Good evening once again. My name is Diana. My presentation is on the article, Deaf and Hard of Hearing Students with Disabilities, an Evolving Landscape, written by Sandy Bowen and Christy M. Probst. Here is the overview of the article. The study estimated that approximately 40 to 50% deaf or hard of hearing learners also exhibit one or more other disabilities like autism, visual impairment, or intellectual disabilities, much as the actual figures remain unknown due to inconsistencies in reporting. Some students with extra disabilities tend to be underdiagnosed or misdiagnosed as a result of difficulties of overlapping conditions. The article goes ahead to cite out that learners with many disabilities ought to get specialized instruction plans, among which multimodal approach in communication, individualized education plans, and differentiated instructions need to be prioritized. There were identified shortages of evidence-based practices built specifically for the deaf or hard to hear learners. There is a noticeable shortage of competent teachers of deaf and hard to hear students with additional disabilities. The article stresses the need for multidisciplinary collaboration among educators, parents, specialists, and policymakers. The article recommends more research to develop effective instructional strategies and interventions tailored to the unique needs of these learners that have DHH. Here are the author's perspectives and opinions. The authors found out that hearing loss is not just an added factor, but rather interacts in complex ways with other disabilities. The teachers need specialized training in both deaf education and special education strategies. The authors cited out that the shortage of, The authors cited out that the shortage of trained educators poses a significant barrier to effective teaching and support. Collaboration between fields like special education, audiology, speech language pathology, psychology is very essential to improve learning outcomes for these learners. And finally, the authors advocate for a lifespan perspective in educational planning, ensuring that interventions start early and prepare students for long-term independence and success. These are my views and opinions after reading this article. I feel that many educators feel unprepared to work with students who have both hearing loss and additional disabilities. It is from this point that I recommend that university programs are expanded and professional development opportunities are laid out. Students with deaf with disabilities need personalized interventions that consider both their auditory and cognitive or social needs. After critiquing this article, I feel that the authors could have explored successful teacher training models or policy recommendations to address the issue. The discussion on assistive technology on what can be used to assist these children or students with DHH is somehow underdeveloped, especially in the under, or say, call them the third world countries. With advances in cochlear implants, speech-to-text software, and other adaptive technologies, there is potential to enhance communication and learning for students with who are deaf with disabilities. My personal experience with this article is that I have personally encountered students who are DHH, who are deaf and hard of hearing, with additional disabilities, and I have seen it firsthand that the challenges of communication barriers and I have witnessed that there are challenges of communication barriers and inadequate teacher preparation. Implementing a team-based approach to student support involving speech therapists, special educators, and audiologists would be very helpful to help these students with DHH. There's need to explore diverse communication strategies such as sign language, visual supports, and speech generating devices. As an educator, in future, I plan to integrate more multimodal instructional strategies and collaborate closely with specialists to better support students with complex needs. The implications of this article are that this article has significant implications for my current and future role as an educator. Incorporating the UDL strategies, the discussion on page 9 has reinforced my belief in differentiated instruction to cater for the diverse needs of these students. Improved collaboration. I plan to engage more with speech therapists, special educators to improve support for students with multiple disabilities. Advocacy for teacher training. It is very evident that shortage of qualified teachers is a disadvantage. And so from page 5, there is need to advocate for more professional development opportunities for educators like me. Those are my references. I enjoyed reading about students who are deaf, who have deaf and hard of hearing disability, and I would recommend this same read for you. Thank you so much for your time. God bless you.